Will, where are you from?
Born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. So been in the state all my life, man.
Nice. I'm one of those Ohio guys. I grew
Oh,
up
are you really?
like 30 minutes away from the Horseshoe.
Oh man, this was a mistake then. No, that's cool, man.
Battling forever. Do you have a favorite celebrity chef or favorite cooking show?
Favorite celebrity chef or cooking show? You know, I must say I am a sucker for kitchen nightmares. Like Gordon Ramsay, love watching it. But in terms of like innovation, stuff like that, my favorite restaurant in Las Vegas is Momofuku. And it's David Chang. Man, that guy is he's something else. So yeah, I'd say those are my top two. But Gordon Ramsay, TV wise, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Nice.
The old kitchen nightmares when it was in England. Our friend brought it up on the show a couple times. That's when like it was only 30 minutes, so they had to give you all the good stuff that was like really effed up. Like,
Yeah.
quick.
That's what I like, man. Just get to get to that part.
You could show me like whatever the scariest movie is, like of the last 20 years or 40 years or whatever. Like it doesn't really make my skin crawl, but when I see like rat feces in the salsa, I'm like, ah!
And then you think that every restaurant operates exactly like that one, and then you're terrified for years. So
that like actually scares me because I'm like,
yeah,
like did the chili
could happen.
Yeah, that's what's real about it. Ew.
What's one of your favorite movies? The question is really what's your favorite movie, but no one ever can really answer that question. So maybe
it's an impossible
top 3 or 4.
It's an impossible question. Let's see, favorite movies, and these are just off the top of my head. These are not necessarily ranked. Interstellar is one of them. Love that movie. Huge Scorsese fan, so Goodfellas is definitely up there. That's tried and true. That's a classic. Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Love that one. That's just, again, epic. Trying to think of some more. You really caught me off guard here.
Those are 3 solid movies.
Yeah. They're all different. They're completely different from each other too. So I have no rhyme or reason really, but
have you ever seen No Country for Old Men?
I have.
I bought this shirt.
Oh, I thought that yeah, that's great. That's the gas station attendant, right?
Yeah, like what's the most ever lost in a coin toss? Like, I don't gamble.
I've never thought about or realized that did you have that custom printed or was someone selling that?
No, it was like $12 tees, and I'll put in like one of my favorite sports teams, or I'll just think of a movie and I'm like, I wonder if they have something, because if somebody actually gets this correct, I'm like, you're my kind of people.
I had no clue who that was. Once you brought it up, I got it, but not until...
Dude, so I know this is all about Will, but I'm gonna make this about me for a second. I wear, just because I like the colors, I wear a San Diego Padres hat. And I was in New York City for the last couple of days. Everyone's like, "Oh, what about this guy on the team?" And I'm like, I can't name you one player. It's like the colors. And I'm like, I should probably take this off. But if somebody comes up to me and says like, "Yo, nice shirt," I think I could talk to him. I would be more inclined to. Like, Tim, I don't even know what you're wearing right now, but it's probably an obscure band, I'm guessing.
You really you couldn't.
I've got the red Elvises on. So
yeah. Oh, love that. Hey, yeah, we're gonna be talking about Elvis. So that's great.
That's right.
Yeah. But no, Pat, you couldn't have made your interests any more specific if you tried with a t-shirt.
Yeah. Oh, Pat, this is actually from that $12 tee website.
Yeah. Like just silly shit like that. It's great.
Love it. Yeah, it's a great tee.
They just have some like random shit. All right, well, back to you, Will.
If you could have a 1-minute TV time slot during the Super Bowl, what would you use that time slot for?
Wow. 1-minute time slot during the Super Bowl. Am I paying for this? Am I paying for the ad space?
You get 1 minute to talk to whatever 20 million people or however many people watch the Super Bowl.
It's probably gonna be something it's probably, honestly, it's gonna be about whiskey. It just is. I'm sorry.
All philanthropy aside, right?
Yeah, like outside of this it's just gonna be about whiskey. I don't even know what it's gonna be about, but it's gonna involve whiskey somehow.
I mean, that's what you love.
Yeah.
What are 2 restaurants that you would recommend and why? They can be anywhere. Just two that you like. and you would recommend?
So let's see here. One, I guess that comes right to mind again is Momofuku. Like everybody tends to go to like the steak, like, I don't know, it depends on what you're there for. But a lot of people, like in my experience, I've gone there quite a bit over the years for business, and everyone just wants to go to steakhouses, and there are a dime a dozen everywhere. And the first time I ever went to that restaurant, I was like, I'm coming here every time I come to Vegas, like period, end of story. Like the cuisine is just amazing, like the uniqueness of it. I just loved it. And then let's see, a second restaurant. I'm trying to think of a good Detroit one. Oh man, man, why is the name escaping me right now? Oh boy. Shoot, dude. I was just there like not that long ago. They have
it that much, huh? All right.
I don't know. That's embarrassing. But Gray Ghost is what it's called. Gray Ghost restaurant in Detroit. It's over by Little Caesars Arena where the Red Wings and the Pistons play, and we have concerts and stuff. And one of the best burgers you'll ever have in your life, and you always have to get the egg on it as well. I'm a big proponent of that, is getting an egg on a good burger.
They
brunch menus.
Yeah.
Just throw an egg on it.
Yeah.
They've been on Resi for like a long time, and I remember like referencing them when I talked to like other restaurants, like, oh yeah, Grey Ghost has been on, they've been very successful and stuff like that. And so I'm like, why do I know that name? Like, I haven't talked to Detroit restaurants in a while, but yeah, there's also a Grey Ghost like cookie place in Charleston, right, Matt?
I think they're gone now.
Yeah. So I'm like, I know it from somewhere, but still.
Yeah.
Excellent. Where's my thing?
You lost your question.
Yeah. How lucky are you and why?
Extremely lucky, actually. So like in my current situation, you know, I was born and raised in Detroit. It wasn't the fanciest of places, and to know kind of where that started and the kind of journey my life has taken me through different careers and friend groups and all that stuff, and to end up doing something that I love on a daily basis now is pretty amazing. So I consider myself very, very fortunate.
Another great answer. Doug had a great answer last week, and it was similar to that. Like, just, you know, I'm truly blessed and everything like that. And that's kind of what you had the same vibe. And it's not like, oh, I won a coin toss one time, so I like it. I like it.
What's a favorite food that your mom or dad used to cook for you?
Ooh, I don't, yeah, my mom's meatloaf, I think that started but not many, you know, it's a touchy subject with meatloaf. People either really disdain it or really love it. And I'm on the latter side. I love it. And my mom always made just great meatloaf. I remember just a really basic comfort, you know, sort of home cooked meal.
And the people that really love it, no meatloaf ever compares to their mom's meatloaf.
Mama's meatloaf.
It can't.
Like even if you you can go somewhere and have some of the best meatloaf made with the best stuff, but it like you said, it's a comfort food that you grew up with that your mom used to cook, and nothing compares with that.
Yeah, exactly. Or my dad's stuffed pepper soup.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I've never had stuffed pepper soup. That automatically just sounds great. It sounds like heartburn, but it sounds good.
No. It's absolutely incredible. And I've actually perfected my recipe, which is
rice in it.
There's rice in it. There's bell peppers. I put some jalapeno in there, some brown sugar, some tomatoes, some what else? Yeah, there's just a myriad of things. But made my best batch ever like a month and a half ago, and I brought it to my dad, and he goes, "That was effing delicious." So that's pretty high praise.
Nice. I was about to ask is who does it better, you or your dad now?
Yeah, I think I have to say I take the trophy there at this point.
Nice.
But yeah, he got me into it. So
Maddie, I'm gonna give you the next one because this I feel like is your question. Number 8.
Number 8. Well, our question is one thing that would be improved in the food and bev industry as a whole. So you're kind of outside the food and bev industry, but you interact with a lot of people in it. So it'd be blah blah blah. It'd be kind of interesting to see to hear your perspective of it from, you know, on the outside, but not really on the outside.
Yeah, for sure. I've been a avid whiskey drinker, collector, hobbyist, whatever you want to call it, well before I started in this position. And one thing that I always kind of saw was even if a bar did have a wide whiskey selection, sometimes they wouldn't have like a whiskey menu, or like the staff wouldn't. I think that education is a big portion of it. When you go in there and you're kind of talking about their whiskey selection, just having people that are a little bit more knowledgeable behind the bar, it's not going to happen everywhere, but it's a super popular category that people are asking for quite often. So I think that that's a component that's missing at some places, not all, but there's definitely that. And then what the service industry is still going through with a lack of staff, that's really hitting them hard as well. I was just at a tasting last night, and it's like these people are just sweating, running back and forth, doing everything, doing the jobs of 3 or 4 people, and hopefully that's something we can recover from here with the service industry.
Hopefully it's in the not too distant future.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to your younger self at age 17?
17. Wow. What a person Will was back then. I would just say, hang in there, man. You're going to figure out what, you're going to figure everything out. You
think you got it all figured out?
No, not at all. So that was a lie.
but more than 17-year-old Will.
It's dude, 17 is a wild time. It's like, I was 18 when I graduated high school, but just even in that time frame, all the pressure that's put on people of that age to figure out what you want to do with the rest of your life. You're signing up to spend a bunch of money for college, and you're not sure what degree you want to get, or what you want to do, or where you want to live, or who you want to be. And it's like, man, it's not that easy. So just hang in there.
18, such a weird time. Like, all right, you've been here 17 or 18 years. What do you want to do for the next 40 or 50 of them?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you've met a lot of teenagers recently, but they don't know anything, and I don't trust them with anything at all. And now that I think about it, like giving them like a huge decision like that, I'm like, no, I don't trust them to not crash into me like in their car.
You're right. You're leaning on them for basic stuff, and yet we're throwing all these major decisions at them. So
no, not fair. I'll take the last one since you got 2 in a row there. Where do you want to go on your next vacation?
Was actually just talking about this with my girlfriend. So we thought of some places we'd want to go. She she wrote them down, crumbled up on Post-it notes, and then put them in a box. And then I kind of randomly chose. I said, I want to pick 2. That way we can just narrow it down between those and then think about it. So either, throughout my previous career, I was lucky enough to, I've been to well over half the states in the country. I've been to New Zealand. I've been all over Canada. And so I'm just looking for an area I haven't been yet. And one of those places would be Utah, to go see the awesome scenic views out there at some of the parks, or Savannah, Georgia. I'm a huge history buff, and being in a city, down by the ocean side and stuff doesn't sound too bad. So
have you been to Charleston?
I have. I went for the first time when I was being interviewed for this position, and it was incredible. Again, I'm a history buff, and I walked around the city, and it was just amazing. It really was.
Savannah's almost the same city.
Yeah. Saying, like, if you haven't been to Charleston and you're choosing Savannah over Charleston, I'm like, the 3 of us are going to be like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
What were some of the other options that you guys put in the box?
Most of those were places that I had already been, and I wouldn't mind whatsoever going back to. So we went to Yosemite last year, but she's never been to Yellowstone. I've been to Yellowstone before. Seattle is another place that I absolutely love, that I haven't been to in a long time. They're really all over the map. There's no consistency in these choices at all. But so yeah, it was either like, we West Coast again, or do something kind of in the out west, but in a park like Utah or something. So yeah, there were a few choices.
I'm going to make this gauntlet's going to go to 11. So I'm going to ask. I want to add a question to this. If you could enjoy your favorite whiskey anywhere in the world, where would it be?
And what whiskey would it be?
Well,
Oh,
I
man.
wasn't necessarily going to go there. We can maybe get into that later because that might be a
Might be a loaded question.
lengthier answer.
Where?
If you could enjoy your favorite whiskey anywhere in the world.
Man. I'd probably have to say, honestly, I've still haven't been to Europe. I haven't been to, you know, the UK or anything like that, but just the views that you see from like Scotland. I've been really dying to go there and to just sit out and watch, you know, look at a scenic view with water and some rolling hills and everything. I mean, there's a reason why they're passionate about Scotch over there, right? And it's the surrounding area that really helps to breed just the essence of really, really old time whiskey production. You know, that's where whiskey's been made for a very long time. I think that would be pretty incredible.
Indeed.
And I'm Scottish too, so
That was a solid answer.
Someday.
yeah.